If the pull is a little too hard and he has to go with the direction, he takes a step with his right leg, steps in with his left, and then attacks with the shoulder press. Now this is getting into Dar Lui, but I'll cover that in a little while. Now I'll just show a few techniques now. If someone is really good at locking in your elbows and giving you a good hard push, you simply sit back and open up both your hands like so, and then re-attack to the person's chest. Once again, if that person does that same thing, you open your hands up, you can grab both arms and throw the person using the power from your waist. Right, you can actually lift his feet off the ground. Now notice this little technique. My hand is underneath here. Same technique from him, but different from me. I grab his arm, lock it in there, and then throw him around to the rear. Now this can happen quite fast as well. We also have locks and holds that you can apply during push hands. This gives you a chance to use it as well as your partner to get out of it. Now this is a figure 4 lock. My hand comes around and I bend his arm over and push backwards. Now all he has to do to get out of this is to simply relax his hand and go yin. Of course the timing is crucial at this point. There are two ways to get out of this hold. First of all, he just extends his fingers and sends me out that way, and so that I just head in the direction that his fingers are pointing in, keeping his center in line, of course, or he simply relaxes his hand like that and I just can't get a grip on it. There's also this one where he just extends his hand and I go with the flow. We also have wrist locks. You can apply any wrist locks you like from this position. Notice how my hand's coming over the top of his hand, grabbing his hand, his right hand. My thumb is around the back of his hand. I'm turning his wrist in the direction that it doesn't want to go, and my other hand is on top of his hand to stop it from pulling out. That's quite a painful lock. Now if you can get it on, great, but it's very difficult to get wrist locks onto someone who knows how to get out of them, which I'll show you in a minute. Here's that same hold again. You just turn your body. Notice how my centers are all in line. My wrists are in line with my nose and my center. Now if I get that lock on him, all he has to do is to turn his hand, open his fingers, open his palms, put energy into his hand, and thrust his palm in towards my face. So if anything strange happens to your hand, all you got to do is get into a subconscious reaction whereby you thrust your palm straight into the person's face, and they're not going to be too happy about putting wrist locks on you from then on. Okay, other techniques in double push hands. You can come around. I can take the elbow, straighten his arm out, and push straight up here into his center. Or I can use arm twist, which is if a person, what you should look out for here is when you're using push, that you don't stick your elbow up in the air like that. This allows the other person to get underneath like so, bend the arm around, and then that goes into a hammer lock like so. So you really got to watch out for those elbows. Keep them in. So that's just, yeah. Now to get out of that, all Martin has to do is to push this hand straight in. Ooh! And his hand is struck straight into my belly. But if I happen to get that hold on really well, and his timing's not all that good, all he has to do is spin around and come back with an elbow, in keeping with the principle of Tai Chi once again. That of sticking to and not letting go, and going with the flow and not against it.